Hello friends, this is a sort of a foundation course or whatever it is to tell you something about the optional subject. We think that most of you have not decided what optional subject has to choose. You have to choose. So we are trying to help you decide on what optional subject you should choose when you go for the mains examination. Whenever you choose an optional subject, you should see several aspects with it. One aspect is that does it require a lot of preparation, or is there some kind of a synergy where preparation for one will help you in the other aspect also. That is one thing that you should know. Second thing is that I am sure most of you have not even seen the notification by the UPSC. But if you see the notification is clear about several things which you may miss basically. One of the things is that you have two stages of examination, prelims and mains. And in the prelims you have two papers. All of you know that there is a GS paper and there is a CSAT paper. How is this evaluation done? Nobody has seen. Basically what happens is that first the evaluation is done for the CSAT paper. If you get the 1/3 of the marks in the CSAT paper, then only your paper will be, for the GS paper would be evaluated, and you will be together after your CSAT qualifying marks plus followed by your GS marks. Only then you will be able to clear the prelims and go for the mains examination. That is the first thing that you should know. Therefore, you should have a lot of synergy with regard to the CSAT paper also. Next thing is that when you come for the mains examination, there is something else also. In the mains examination also, you have essay paper, you have GS papers, and you have optional paper and several other things. Okay? But along with these papers, we also have an English language paper and an Indian language paper. One thing you should keep in remembering is that, if you don't clear the English language paper and Indian language paper, other papers will not be evaluated. That means you'll have to prepare for the examination. So you should focus on your English language also. You simply can't say English is very difficult, English I don't know, etc., etc. You'll have to clear minimum of 25% of marks in the English language paper. Only if you get your essay paper, your general studies paper, and your optional papers will be evaluated. That's the second thing that I would like to tell you about. Prelims paper, as you know, it's only objective. You can choose your answers. The methods are different. When you come to the mains examination, what kind of answers are needed? Because nowadays optionals are there only in the mains examination. We try to tell you about the optional subjects. But first of all, I would like to tell you about the mains examination. The mains examination, as per the UPSC, is to assess the overall intellectual traits and depth of reasoning understanding of the candidate rather than the range of information that you possess. You may have a lot of information, but most of the information might not be relevant for the answer, for the question that is being asked. Therefore, you have to cut down some of the information which is unnecessary and give your answer only for those aspects that are asked in the question paper. Right? So, your language precision is also very much necessary there, and precise writing is also very much necessary there. I'll read out what is there in the mains examination as a UPSC notification. It says, the main examination is intended to assess the overall intellectual trait and depth of understanding of the candidates rather than merely range of their information and memory. It is not a memory task. You remember something, reproduce. That you do in all your graduation examinations and other things. What you have been doing so far is that remembering, memorizing, and reproducing whatever you have learned. That is not needed. That is not what is expected. They expect you to understand certain things. And understanding comes only when you analyze some concepts. When you have some conceptual understanding, then only you will be able to understand that. I'll explain what is this conceptual understanding, but let me read out what is there in the UPSC notification. It says, the nature and standard of the questions in general studies papers 2 to 5 will be such that a well-educated person will be able to answer them without any specialized study. You need not hold a master's degree on any subject. Okay? The questions will be of such as to test the candidate's general awareness of variety of subjects which have relevance to career in the civil services. The questions are likely to test the candidate's basic understanding of all relevant issues, ability to analyze, take a view on conflicting socio-economic goals and demands. They must give relevant, meaningful, succinct answers. Relevant, meaningful, succinct answers. Tell me, what area civil service is not involved in? You will find that every aspect of society's life, our life, somehow or other involved with the civil services. Somehow or other the government is involved. So what is required is that everything you should know about geography, about economy, about history, about sociology, humanities, all these language, literature, everything is necessary. There is nothing which is unnecessary. Everything is necessary. But what you have to do is, as I was telling you, that you should choose something which has some synergy. Synergy means synthesis of energies. You should not waste your time. You should not waste your energy. In that area, in that focus, I would like to tell you why you should choose public administration. One thing about public administration is that it is a subject which deals with many things. For example, if you are dealing with public administration, you see what are the subjects that are involved in public administration. I'll tell you. First of all, let us look at the public administration. First thing is that it is useful at the preliminary examination. Prelims. What is there in the prelims? First thing is that there is a section called Indian polity. At least 15 to 20 questions on the preliminary paper come from Indian polity segment. So naturally, when you deal with public administration, you can be sure that 15 to 20 questions can be there. Second thing is that at the mains also, public administration is there also at the mains examination. Not as an optional, as a GS subject, mains as GS. If you see your paper 3, I think it's paper 3, let me check. Yes. If you see your paper 3, it says General Studies 2, Governance, Constitution, Polity, Social Justice, International Relations. In this paper 2 or paper 3, Constitution paper, you will find that there are 20 subtopics. And of the 20 subtopics, 17 subtopics are dealt with by public administration, come from public administration. For example, whatever you have read in the prelims polity will be useful in the mains examination. There is no constitution, one constitution for prelims, one constitution for mains. There is only one constitution. Let me read out what are the areas that are there in it. For example, Indian Constitution, functions and responsibilities of the Union and states, separation of powers, comparison of Indian Constitution with other countries, Parliament, state legislatures, structure and functioning of the organization, executive, judiciary, People's Representation Act, constitutional posts, statutory regulatory bodies, government policies, development process, development theory, welfare schemes. Then you have issues relating to development and management, issues relating to poverty, governance, transparency, e-governance, accountability, application, role of civil services, effect of policies. These are the topics that are there in paper 3, what we call as paper 3. Yes, paper 3, General Studies part 2, right? So you will find that 17 topics. That means your preparation that you do at the preliminary examination is going to be a contribution here, lessen your burden, 17 topics. Only 3 topics, international relations, etc., that are there, that you have to read, prepare. One preparation that is useful for both levels, prelim level as well as main level. That is one thing that I would like to tell you. Then, public administration as a component of economics. For example, in economics, you deal with planning, you deal with development, planning and development are also discussed in public administration. Then you also deal with budget, budgeting process, budget. Public administration deals with these subjects, which is relevant for your economics aspect. Then, public administration also deals with development administration. A specific topic is there on development administration. So development dynamics. Dynamics are dealt with in public administration. Dilemmas of development are also discussed. For example, when you are having a lot of development, there's a decrease in employment. Low employment, growth. These are the issues that are discussed in developmental dynamics. But who the development is taking place, that is also discussed. That is also a part of it. Then it also helps you in ethics. Public administration helps in ethics also. When you talk of ethics, it is not the ethics of moral ethics, it is ethics in public services. Your integrity, your what you call leadership qualities, etc. That also deals with in public administration. We have a specific chapter how to motivate people, how to lead people, how to communicate. All these are there in public administration. So ethics in public services. Then public administration also helps you in essay. You know very well that you'll have to write 2 essays, and you find that some of the topics that are there definitely will be dealing with something or other about the government policies and other things. So we will be discussing policies also. Essay writing also is helpful. Public administration helps in essay writing. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then say 6 plus 7. The paper 2 of public administration, entirely deals with the Indian polity. Paper 2 of public administration. That means when you are thoroughly preparing for paper 2 of public administration, your entire polity segment, including your economic aspects, development aspects, then your budget, then your current issues, almost all are covered. For example, there may be essay on reservations, whether the reservation should continue or not. That's an area we discuss. We discuss for whom the development is going on. We discuss the planning structure. We discuss the planning process. We discuss NDC. We discuss Niti Aayog. We discuss public sector, an important component of economics. A specific chapter is there in public administration. So public administration deals with everything under the sun. There is no area that is not touched by public administration. So that is one advantage that I would like to tell you. One advantage of taking public administration is that it helps in several subjects. Helpful in economics, helpful in budgeting, helpful in development, helpful in current events, helpful in ethics, helpful in development administration, where I will come to helpful in polity, helpful in essay, right? I think there is no other subject that encompasses so many areas, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 areas that are covered other than public administration. There could be essay writing on the reservations. There could be essay on LGBTQ. There could be essay on allowing women into temples. There could be essay on one nation, one election. There could be essay on Election Commission of India. There can be a question on corruption in Indian administration. Several aspects are dealt with. So that is one choice why you should choose public administration. Why? Its relationship with other subjects. That is one thing that I would like to tell you about. Second thing about public administration is it's a syllabus. If you generally give a look at the syllabus, you will find that there are about 12 topics in paper 1 and about 13 or 14 topics in paper 2. That means put together there are 26 topics. Now, if you look at the syllabus topics that are there are several subjects which are common for both paper 1 and paper 2, common subjects, common areas. For example, there is a chapter called accountability, e-governance, etc. Accountability, transparency, etc. They all come in one. Transparency, etc. One. Second thing is that, you have a topic on what is called as civil services. There is a specific topic in paper 2 about civil services. And this topic covers with what is called as personal administration in paper 1. Where you will be dealing with the recruitment process of recruitment, how your recruitment is going on, how your training will be going on, how your promotion systems will be going on, what are the advantages at the time of retirement, advantages, retirement, etc. How things are done. Both are there in it. Civil services. Then we have another topic called financial administration. This is a common topic in both paper 1 and paper 2. In paper 1, we discuss the concepts of budget. What are the different concepts? Generally, we have what is called as zero-based budgeting system. Then we have performance budgeting system. Then we have planning, programming budgeting system. Then we have target-based budgeting system. Then we have incremental budgeting system, etc., 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 etc. So many. All these are components of economics. We bring public financial administration. When you come to the paper 2, you will find that control of public expenditure or financial management, control of public expenditure or financial management, where you discuss the Comptroller, Auditor General, parliamentary control, etc., etc. The entire thing is replicated. Then you have another topic that is the techniques of administrative improvement. In paper 1. And in paper 2, you have what is called as administrative reforms. Both are the same topic. One is techniques, one is concepts. So how many topics? Accountability is a common topic, civil services is a common topic, financial administration is a common topic, techniques of administrative improvement is a common topic. Already you have got something around 3 to 4 topics that are common. That means out of the 26 topics, 4 topics, preparation of one topic is useful for both, then 26 minus 4. That means you have only 22 topics, which you can do well. When you come to paper 2, even in paper 2, there is a lot of overlap. For example, there is urban government and rural governments. Urban and rural governments are 73rd, 74th and 73rd constitutional amendments. Both are together. This is one topic that we can deal with. Only the forms are different, the structures are different, and the concepts that are applied in urban area, concepts that are applied in rural area are something different. Urban, you talk about migration. Rural, you talk about development and rural development. You talk about how to bring local governments. Your Panchayat Raj is also an important component. We deal with Panchayat Raj, and this Panchayat Raj is also a part and parcel of your polity, which is necessary there also. Okay, so this is another advantage that you have in syllabus is there. Syllabus is small. The syllabus gives you a lot of overlap in both paper 1 and paper 2. Therefore, you can reduce another 2 topics. That means you have net of 20 topics. If you prepare, you are prepared thoroughly for your quality segment at the prelims level, And right? Your prelims paper 2 and your entire polity segment is also done with when you deal with Indian administration. That means you have only one paper, not two papers in public administration. Only one paper, that too specifically paper 1. Let me talk to this and then I'll come back. చెప్పు ఉన్నాను ఓకే So paper 2 is taken care of. That means 2 birds at one shot. That means your paper 2 of public administration, PA, coexist with polity segment at prelims and paper 3 of GS. I should not say 2 birds, I should say 3 birds at one shot. Not 1 or 2, but you prepare for this, automatically your preparation for this is done, this is done, this is done. When you come to paper 1 or paper 2, what is more important is that paper 1 basically is conceptual understanding. Concepts are more important. There is nothing that you have to remember. Say for example, there is a question. I'll take only one question and I'll leave you off. One question that is, say for example, I think not this. How concepts are necessary. Is only a watchdog. He does not have teeth, or he has no teeth. Only a watchdog and has no teeth to bite. This is a question. It was asked. What is your opinion? Comment. Comptroller and Auditor General is only a watchdog of democracy, let's say, of democracy, and has no teeth to bite. What do you mean he has no teeth to bite? Is that person old person? We are not talking about the person. We are talking about the office of Comptroller and Auditor General. How is that he is a watchdog of democracy? Simple. Government spends money. And this money, by spent by the governments, two things, simple like this. Governments collect money for spending from people by taxation. That's first. Next, since people pay the tax, they have a right to know. We have a right to know how this money is spent. It is our money. Government is spending. We have no control. So what happens is that there is an office called Comptroller Director General who examines the accounts of Government of India, of the state governments. Accounts means only after the spending is done, not before spending. After seeing the accounts, you will find faults, defects, if there are any faults in spending, like wasteful expenditure, useless expenditure, duplicated expenditure, unnecessary expenditure, whatever is that, improper procedures followed, etc., wasteful expenditure, etc. Having found that, that is his watchdog. Why is a watchdog of democracy? Money comes from the people. Democracy means government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So it is our government spending our money for the purpose, saying that we are using it for the people. Are they really using it for public or not? That's a question that is examined. There is an audit called a propriety audit. Are they spending the money properly as per the parliament's permission or not? So this taxation is done by the parliament. Budget is granted. So this man reports back to the parliament and says, the money you have given is being spent like this. This is useful or useless. So he would say he's a watchdog. He has no teeth to bite. He has no authority to punish. It is not an executive office. It is called as a staff agency. So as a staff agency to parliament, he will only report to the parliament and say, the public money is spent in a wasteful manner, public money is spent in a useless manner, public money is spent in a proper manner. He will give a report. Now, it is the job of the parliament to punish the executive. That is the reason why we say he has no teeth to bite. He only gives a report. What does a watchdog do? Does it catch the criminal when the thief comes into your house? No, it only barks. When it barks, then you will find that there is something going wrong and you will get up, and then you will find that a thief or somebody has entered, you will call the police. It is the job of the police to catch the criminal, not you. Similarly, it is the job of the Comptroller Director General to tell where the money is going, how the money is being not properly spent. Then he will report to the Parliament, the job of the Parliament to take necessary action. So therefore, Comptroller Director General of India is a watchdog of democracy and has no teeth to bite. You see? What is that you have remembered in this? There is nothing. It is only a common sense. You have to see what is meant by watchdog, how a democracy is formed, how money is collected by the government, and how the money is spent by means of budget proposals, whether the money is being spent according to proposals or not. That is all you have to see. See, it is so easy to answer a question in public administration. Only concepts are necessary. Conceptual understanding is necessary. Nothing else important. There is nothing to by heart. Even when you are dealing with the Constitution also, if you simply mention the articles, that's more than enough. If you know the range of articles, that's more than enough. You need not specifically tell which article to be used, which article is not useful. You need not even mention that. So basically, public administration is a subject which is conceptual. Conceptual means what is needed is understanding. Understanding ideas. So in paper 1, you have two sections. Section A deals with the theories of public administration, theories. Section B deals with universalization of theory. We'll discuss that later on, universalization. So only two things are to remember in paper 1. So we define what is public administration, what are the theories. And then almost all this, the basic concept in all the theories and everything is that only 3 is efficiency, everything can be tested, economy, and effectiveness. These are the 3 things that are there in public administration from day 1. That is 1887 when Woodrow Wilson wrote that article, to the present day 2024 when you are talking about DBT, direct benefit transfer to the beneficiary. The 3 things that are needed is efficiency, economy, and effectiveness. How effectively are you transferring? How much of money is being saved? How efficiently it is reaching the goals of the country or not? These are the three things that are to be seen. So right from the first day onwards, the central theme of public administration is only this. Keep this in mind, you'll be able to give best answers that are there in it. I think this is something I would like to tell you about. Next aspect, comparing with other subjects. Generally, people say that, other subjects are scoring, very scoring than other things. If you look at yourself, some of you might have taken mechanical engineering, some of you might have taken computer engineering, some of you might have taken electrical engineering, etc., 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 different branches of it. Suppose a person in electrical engineering, a person in mechanical engineering, a person in computer engineering, a person in biological, whatever, bioengineering or whatever is that. Suppose this man gets 70%, this man gets 60% top, 65, this man gets 62, this man gets 75. They are the toppers, is it not so? So every topper gets a chance in entering into the civil services. There's nothing like comparison. You cannot say this person has got 75, therefore this person is superior than this person. That means, let's say A, B, C, D. D is superior than A, and D is superior than, or put it like this, because mechanical engineering is inferior, then electrical engineering is inferior to this, then you can say bioengineering is inferior, then only computer engineering is superior. Can you say that? That is very wrong. All subjects have their own first rankers. So what happens in the civil service examination is that they choose the first rankers. There is nothing like a percentage. You may see, people may say 8% of people taking one optional are clearing, 10%, there is nothing like 10% clearing. Only in the languages that is possible, because the number of people that are taking languages are very less. 100 people are there, 5 people or 10 people get it, you get 10%. But in subjects, other optional subjects, you will find that hundreds are writing. If more number are there, the percentage will come down. If less number are there, the percentage will go up. Apart from that, there is nothing like that. There is no favorite optional. If at all, if there is a favorite optional for civil services, it should be public administration, because after getting into the service, you may be allotted to various institutions in the country. For example, LBS NAA, Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration, or National Police Academy, SVP, NPA, etc. Wherever you go, the first thing that they teach you is administration. You can't escape this area. It's better to be prepared. You may get a good score when you go for a National Academy, or when you go to NPA, you may get a good score in administrative theories, etc. Because we discuss the theories right away. There's an in-depth understanding here in public administration, optional subject. So this is one advantage that you have at the national level. Further, not everybody is going to get into the civil services. You will find that, about 11 lakhs are writing, only something around 13,000 people or 14,000 people come for the mains, and in this only about 3,000 get into this interview, and of this only 1,500 or 1,300 come for these services. All these people who have rejected, who have lost the opportunity, what they do is they have to carry on with their life. Is it not so? Nobody dies away just because he did not get into the civil services. So in your life, administration is also a part. Everywhere, administration is universal. So when you have an understanding of the concepts of administration, you can apply them in your life, apply them in your job. Whatever job you are applying, whatever job you are working, administration is very important because it deals with 3 E's. I said economy, efficiency, and effectiveness. All things are necessary in your life also. So administration is not a subject only on paper. It is a subject that deals with your real life situations. It is a component of your own life. Okay? So scoring. Scoring is dependent if everybody is taking anthropology or if everybody is taking sociology or everybody is taking history. Do everybody get the same marks? When so many people are there taking anthropology, why is it only 8% or 5% of people are getting selected? Why is it the rest of the 92% are being rejected? Have you thought about that? That means these 8% of people have applied their mind. It is not a question of how much you remember. It is a question of how much you are applying your concepts. If your concepts are clear, automatically you will do. Even today, concepts don't change. You remember multiplication? In your school days, you have been taught multiplication. The concept is that repeated addition is nothing but multiplication. Automatically you apply that concept. Division. Repeated subtraction is nothing but division. This concept is enough. That is there with you since your younger days. So concepts don't change. Concepts are always the same. How you apply the concepts is more important. Application is more important, and in public administration, application of concepts is the most important thing that is necessary. Understand the concept, apply the concept. That is what is more important. So today, I think I'll stop here. I wanted to tell you about the application of the optional of public administration. We'll go deeper into public administration in the next class, where we discuss the syllabus, we discuss some of the concepts that are there in public administration, so that you will have a general idea how to carry on with public administration. So first thing today, what I wanted to tell you is that I wanted to help you to decide that public administration is not to be prohibited. It is a subject that has to be welcomed. It is a subject that has to be chosen so that it will be useful not only for your civil service examination, but also in your life also. Because it deals with live issues like economy, efficiency, and effectiveness. I think I'll stop here for the present.